since Naomi has relinquished her Women's World Championship and will be off of WWE television for over a year and a half, this brings into question what will happen with the Women's World Championship. Will it be a tournament? And who will be the next champion? In today's video, I am predicting who will be the next champion. I got 5 WWE superstars that I think could potentially be the next women's world champion. But if you have any suggestions in the comments below that are not on this list, who you have them down below. Before we get into this video, drop a big thumbs up down below, subscribe button if you are new, because I'm on the road to 5 subscribers. We would like to get you for the end of the year. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. The number one option on this entire list has to be the biggest WWE women's superstar right now in the WWE, and that's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is literally the kids' favorite, the crowd favorite, a fan favorite. The whole package, the theme song, the look, the attire, the in-ring ability, the promo skills, everything in between, the combination, one of the biggest stars in all of WWE, and we're here. And why is she number one on this list? Is because it's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley. We've seen that WWE is willing to give Rhea Ripley every single championship that's ever existed in the company's history. And I won't be surprised if by the end of 2025 we will have Rhea Ripley as the 3-time Women's World Champion. But for right now, she's still Rhea Bloody Ripley. But the spring question, is WWE going to give her it back? She hasn't held it since March of 2025, which was basically in the beginning of the year already. And everyone was shocked when she lost it to Io Sky. When is she getting this title back? Who knows? We don't even know if Stephanie Vaquer is still getting her match at Clash in Paris. Maybe they do like a thing where they have like a tournament where they have like a couple women get a spot and the winner faces Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship at Clash in Paris. Winner takes the belt home. Maybe it could be Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship at Clash in Paris, which now I'm thinking about. I feel like they're just do a tournament where they're just going to have a tournament to find out who faces Stephanie at Clash in Paris for the championship, and no one's actually going to be walking into the match as champion, which, because I feel like that makes way more sense than whatever we got, okay? So, I'm going to put Rhea Ripley as a safe option because it's Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, you should always expect Rhea Ripley to win. It doesn't matter if she's the lowest total po on the entire card. She will somehow rise to the occasion and become the champion once again. So I'm putting her on this list. And if you don't put her on this list, honestly, I think you're kind of weird for not putting the top superstar of the women's division number one. Liv Morgan. Now I'm thinking about it, it's kind of dumb to put Liv Morgan here, especially how she's basically going to be gone the rest of the year, according to reports, and she'll be like closer to 2026 by the time she even gets medically cleared. So she probably won't be the next one, but let's just say if Liv Morgan magically appears on Raw next week and she was medically cleared all of a sudden, WWE, without a doubt, would and probably is going to put the title on Liv Morgan. They could her to do that in gauntlet matches. They have the gauntlet match where, we have a couple of women's wrestlers try to face for the championship opportunity at Clash in Paris, where they face Stephanie McCurry for the championship. They would put Liv Morgan in this if she was medically cleared. And Liv Morgan would probably win because Liv Morgan, again, is one of the top stars in the entire women's division. One of the biggest stars as WWE has built her over the past couple of years. And I won't be surprised if in 2026, 2027, we will get another Liv Morgan world title reign, because Liv Morgan is a cornerstone of the women's division at this point in time. And without Liv Morgan, it's kind of empty. It's an empty void. And we are honestly feeling that now. We are honestly feeling the empty void of Liv Morgan, because she was in so much storylines. She was going into Evolution. Looked like she was going to have a match with Nikki Bella, but that got thrown out the bag as soon as she got injured. So she's really missing. The big Liv Morgan piece is missing. As soon as Liv Morgan gets put back in that place, everything is going to be right with the world of WWE. But right now, if she came back like right now, right here, she would be in that Clash in Paris match, because Liv Morgan is the cornerstone of one of the strongest women's divisions of all of wrestling right now. And it's WWE, and it's Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan met WWE halfway to reach her goal, reach her potential, and her potential just keep on climbing each and each year. And Liv Morgan, if there was an award for most improved wrestler, it would go to Liv Morgan in 2024. Nah, I've been joking. It probably already did if that existed, but yeah. Then we got pretty obvious answer, and that is Stephanie McCurry, because she literally was guaranteed a Women's World Championship match at Clash in Paris because she won the Battle Royal at Evolution. And if she doesn't get, I'm pretty sure she's getting that match still at Clash in Paris, but obviously with a different opponent. Because if she doesn't get that match, that would be a literal scam to her, Stephanie, and the fans who wanted to see Stephanie in Paris too. And the Paris crowd won't get to see one of the best matches maybe of the year. Who knows? We haven't gotten there yet, but it could have been. It seriously could have been. But hopefully Stephanie gets her match still, and she kind of is like that gauntlet match where some women fight for the championship to face Stephanie for the title at Clash in Paris. That's what I think should happen, but hey, I don't make the rules. I just make videos about the company. So, enough of that saying. The reason why I have Stephanie McCurry up here is because it looks like how WWE is pushing her is she is being pushed like one of the next big things of the women's division, which is a good thing because she is the next big one of the next big things of the women's division. So I wouldn't be surprised if in next, let's say, a year and a half, that Stephanie McCurry is going to be probably a multi-time women's world champion. Not even joking, because I can already see, I could have seen Stephanie take the title from Naomi at Clash in Paris before Naomi was injured. And now I can even see even more that they're actually going to give this title to Stephanie. So if Stephanie did end up taking the title, I wouldn't be too mad. I would actually be pretty excited because Stephanie is the GOAT. And we will get to see Kiss of Devil's Kiss a lot. Come on, give it to me. But Bianca Belair, she has felt like she's been out of the Women's World Championship division for literal years at this point, it feels like. Even though she was in it just this WrestleMania season, because she was in the main event of that same title that she was fighting for, and the main of in the night 2 of Summer WrestleMania. But she's been injured due to her finger injury, because she literally destroyed her finger in that triple threat match at Mania 41. But let's be honest here. If Bianca Belair came back this episode, next episode of Monday Night Raw, she will be immediately insert it into the Women's World Championship picture because it's Bianca Belair, one of the biggest names in all of professional wrestling right now, multi-time world champion, longest reigning Women's Raw Tag Team Champ, Raw Women's Champion of all time with 400 days plus as champ. And do you think WWE's would be afraid to give Bianca Belair another world title another world title run after having a legendary, when I say a legendary, 400 and plus day reign as the Raw Women's Champion back in 2022, back in 2023? You guys know. I watched that. I've seen the entire 400-day plus reign of Bianca Belair, and I enjoyed every single second of it. And I wouldn't hate if Bianca Belair won the championship back, because Bianca Belair is a great champion and defending champion. And if we get another Bianca Belair title run, I will be happy for Bianca and for me, because I would see another banger of a WWE Championship run by the EST of WWE. That is Bianca Belair. Lyra Valkyria. Now, normally I wouldn't put Lyra in here. I would say she probably would be in the mid-card division for a little bit longer. But since she lost to Becky Lynch at SummerSlam, and the stipulation was she could never challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship again, I think the only legitimate real answer is put Lyra Valkyria in the World Championship picture, because you wouldn't have had her lost the match, and now she can no longer challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship if you didn't have plans to put on the big title, the Women's Championship, the Women's World Championship to be exact, on a talent like Lyra Valkyria. And Lyra Valkyria has gotten better on the microphone, has always been fantastic in the ring, and makes that all around the feud with Becky Lynch has automatically raised her career by at least 45%. And all of that combined is just so good. And this makes Lyra Valkyria very, 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 very special. And Lyra Valkyria will continue to keep on improving until she's one of the greatest female wrestlers that's ever competed in that squared circle. And don't be shocked, guys. Don't be shocked if Lyra Valkyria is world champion in the next year or two. Don't be shocked. Anyway, guys, that's what we have, guys, today. Leave a comment down below who you have in this video, and anyone new you think. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow.